Okay, the umbrellas aren't allowing us to live. The umbrellas aren't allowing us to live. And what do I mean by that? Tory Lanez fans, the people who are supporting Tory Lanez, aren't letting it go. They feel as though Tory Lanez is innocent, even though he's behind bars. Now, I'm one of those people who believe that Megan Thee Stallion knows who shot her, told who shot her, and who shot her is behind bars. But my opinion does not speak for the whole story, right? So that's just my opinion. Now let's tell the other side of the story, because in order for you to be a good commentator, journalism, whatever it is, you have to be able to showcase the whole thing. Now, Joe Budden recently sat down on his podcast, and when he sat down on his podcast, he kind of sort of pointed his fingers at Kelsey being the shooter of Megan Thee Stallion, right? He pointed it at Kelsey, saying Kelsey keeps putting her foot in her mouth, is what he essentially said. Kelsey, for those of you who don't know, is Megan Thee Stallion's ex-best friend who was there the night of the shooting, who were both allegedly, Kelsey and Megan Thee Stallion, sleeping with Tory Lanez. Now, that's to place Kelsey at the scene. Kelsey found out that night that Megan Thee Stallion was also sleeping with Tory Lanez, which also gives her motive to shoot Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the reason why Joe Budden feels as though Kelsey is putting her foot in her mouth is because they're alleging, everyone is alleging, especially the umbrellas, the Tory Lanez fans, that, hey, you know what? There is video footage that clears Tory Lanez of this. There is video footage out there, and it should have been in allegedly some young girl's hand, and because she was so young, her parents didn't want her to be involved in this lawsuit, so they restrained from presenting that. But allegedly, the video footage is supposed to show that he's innocent, Tory Lanez. That's what the umbrellas are saying, the Tory Lanez fans. Now, Kelsey gets up, and this is why Joe Budden feels like she's a little bit, that she's guilty. She sits down, does this podcast interview where she says, hey, you know, if there is video footage, it should show that I'm innocent. But you know how AI works and how people can manipulate certain things. So, red flag for Joe Budden, feeling as though, okay, why do you have to plant the seed of doubt that if we do see a video and you are the shooter in the video, then somehow, some way it was AI manipulated, right? And I do feel like there are technologies that can tell when something is AI manipulated and when it's not, but who am I? So Joe Budden feels as though Kelsey Harris is trying, I don't say Kelsey Harris, I don't know if that's even her last name. Kelsey is trying to, Kelsey Nicole is her name, actually. Where did you get Harris from, Kay? Like, what the? But anyway, Kelsey Nicole. Joe Budden feels as though Kelsey Nicole is trying to get in front of a video that may implicate her in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting. Like, if you see any video out there and I'm the one that's the shooter, it's somehow, some way AI fixed. Don't believe it, because we have AI nowadays. That's how Joe Budden is seeing it and interpreting what she says. Now, for me, I think the interview was it was lacking in every area, so it was no point for her to do the interview. And then she put her foot in her mouth because Joe Budden was able to call her out on something that she said, so the interview was even pointless to me. Now, again, my opinion is that Megan Thee Stallion pointed out her shooter. Her shooter is behind bars. That's it. Case closed for me. But what are you guys thinking? Do you guys think that Kelsey Nicole put her foot in her mouth when she did the interview, saying that, hey, if there's any video footage out there implicating me as the shooter, then it's AI generated? Or do you think, hey, she was just doing a podcast and Joe is reaching? I don't know. Share your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know. Y'all know my opinion. He's behind bars. But